In this video, we're going to look at one of the most powerful tools that we offer in the FIT Inspection Toolkit. It's called the Deficiency View. Now, you can access the FIT Deficiency View by clicking on the FIT tile from the Home menu, and then you'll find it here down in the submenu. Now, what makes this so powerful is its ability to distill all of the ever-increasing volume of data that you collect. I mean, if you think about all of the rooms in all of the buildings and all of the sites that you oversee, that becomes a lot of data over time. The Deficiency View distills all that down to just the things that require action from your team. You don't need to look at the stuff that was not a deficiency to begin with or is older data. So that's how the Deficiency View helps streamline your process. So if you click on the Deficiency View button here, you'll be presented with some options to kind of throw that net just over the data that you want to look at. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll just look at all the sites in our demonstration district. You can select which room type specifically. For instance, if you just want to look at what restrooms need some work done, you can do that here. You'll also notice a start and end date here. This throws the net around just a specific period of time. We default to July 1st, kind of the beginning of the school year, and then default to the current day, but obviously you can change that to have it work any way you like. Next, you can select buildings within specific locations. You can select specific areas and rooms. But this right here might be the most important selection you're going to make. By default, this criteria selection is going to guarantee that the only information you see is information that was logged as a deficiency or an extreme deficiency. And that's how we kind of narrow it down to just those items that need action. Obviously, if something was okay, not deficient, you don't need to look at it today. You just want to see what you need to do work on. So that's where you make that selection there. You can also make a decision here about whether you want to see all of the inspections done for a room in a given school year or period of time, or just the most recent one. Perhaps at the beginning of the school year, you did an initial inspection, you found some issues, you came back and did the work, you did a fresh inspection to reflect that work that you'd done. Well, you don't need to look at the old inspection necessarily, so you can just look at the most recent one if you want, or if you like, you can look at all of the inspections for all the rooms within the time frame that you've given. And lastly, you've got an option here for how you want to orient the report. We'll default to vertical, and you'll see what that looks like. Once you've got your selections where you want them, just click on Open FIT Deficiency View. And here we go. So again, you'll notice right away under the comments field and here under the results, you'll see that we just have deficiencies, which is what we want to look at. The first thing I want to show you here is how you can group and categorize this data further. So there's a row here, drag a column header and drop it here to group by that column. So we've got all this information grouped by columns. And let's say I want to focus on my tradesmen. I want to focus on those different disciplines and the kinds of work that needs to be done. If I drag the category of deficiency here into this row, immediately you'll see my gas leaks are sorted, my mechanical systems are sorted, any sewer issues. That helps you focus by trade if you just want to focus your work in that way. Another useful way to use this is if you're looking at multiple sites across your district, you want to see them grouped by individual locations, you just grab the school category here into the same field, and there we go. Now, if I just want to look at those issues at Eastside Elementary, I've got a team going out there today. This helps me sort in that way. We'll look at some stuff from Ridge Elementary School here that I've got set up in a moment. But before we do, I just want to draw your attention to the Edit button. Now, everything in this view is there because at some point, someone did an inspection and found a deficiency. Now, rather than having to go track down all of those individual inspections, we let you access and edit them here from this view without having to go anywhere else. And you can do that by clicking Edit here next to any deficiency that you've got. Once you do that, you'll see that it actually opens up the inspection where that issue was originally reported. But more than that, it keeps this just focused on the deficiencies themselves. So you'll see I don't have all the 15 categories. I just have the categories where I wasn't marked OK or no deficiency. Now that'll include your NAs, and you can make sure you check on those to see that they're still appropriate. But more importantly, you'll see the deficiencies that you're looking to work on. As you have your tradesmen go out and do their work, you can update these, click OK, no deficiency, and clear out your comments. Or if they find new issues, you can add some more information here that's appropriate. And once you're satisfied with your updates, and hopefully you've cleared out all your deficiencies, you've got a couple options here at the bottom. The first one you'll see here is Save as New Inspection. That's probably the option you'll use most often, and it basically just creates a new inspection on the fly that reflects the fact that either you made some changes or you don't have any more deficiencies. The other option you have here is Update Inspection. If you get on site or your tradesmen report back that they didn't find what they were looking for or the issue that was reported doesn't exist, well, then a mistake was probably made on the original inspection. So you can actually update that original original inspection without having to create a brand new inspection. That's the option that you have there. And then once you're done, you can close this out and all of that information will be updated for you. The next thing I'd like to draw your attention to is our image functionality. So with all of our facility and fit inspections, you can take images of any deficiency that you see. Sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words, and it can be difficult to describe exactly what's wrong with just words. So a great way to clarify that for your tradesmen is to just take a picture of the issue that was found, and you'll see that all these images will show up, and you can click on the little thumbnail icon here, and we can see in this room we had some broken windows and some broken glass and some doors. Again, that helps to clarify the work that needs to be done in case it wasn't clear by the description alone. You can also download the images from this view if you need to attach them to an email or send them to somebody else who needs some clarification. You've got that option here in this menu. Finally, I'd like to draw your attention to the work order export. Now, once you're done working on this information for the day, or you want to pass it on to your work order program, you can do that by exporting a CSV file just by clicking this button right here. And depending on which browser you're using, you'll get a notification that that file is ready. And there you go, you've got your export. Now, we kind of set this up with a generalized format, but if you've got a work order system that takes an import through Excel or CSV, we'd love for you to reach out to our support team and talk to us a little bit about how we might help better align this export for your specific workflow and whatever software that you happen to be using to do your work orders.